So, Bill, can you tell me the story of that life-changing day?
January 28th, 1999 definitely was a day that changed my life. Actually, going into it, I thought it was going to change my life. I had been working in television now for nearly 2 decades, and most of my work grew outside of my home state. So I was traveling a lot, and I was on the road a lot. I mean, I really, really loved it. But for all practical purposes, I had become an absentee father and husband, showing up with presents from the airport and being there for all the right birthdays and events like that. But man, I was gone. I was gone a lot. And I had a friend approach me about doing a documentary project. I thought, if I do this documentary, it could change things. And so on January 28th, 1999, we not only finished the documentary, but we had a distributor in Nashville that said, get here, we're going to sign the contracts, we're going to put this into distribution, and oh, by the way, I have a big check for you to start the contract. I thought, oh boy, this is going to be great. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. So I got on that plane with my best friend, Timothy Greenwich. He was also on his way to Nashville. So I sat in my typical window seat. He sat in his typical aisle seat. And we took off. And I remember leaving Portland with that sense of just anticipation. Today's the day. But about 20 minutes into the flight, I started to feel strange. It was bizarre. I couldn't put my finger on, like, am I sick? Am I tired? What's going on? But now I'm like, man, something's wrong. And it's as if things were closing in on me. And it got worse and worse. And it finally got to the point, and I turned to Tim. I said, Tim, there's something's not right. And that's the last thing I said before my eyes rolled back in my head. My body went limp, and my heart stopped. Now, keep in mind, Timothy is a giant guy, looks like he's a lineman for an NFL team. So when Timothy reached over and was shaking me to try to bring me to, it made quite a scene. But nothing happened. So he started beating me on the chest. Nothing happened. He finally just picked me up and put me in the middle of the aisle and began doing his best version of chest compressions. So he's just going crazy on my chest. Nothing's happening. And as Tim describes it, he slowly starts pulling his fist back, thinking, I'm going to break his ribs if that's what I have to do to get him to come to life. And as he pulls his arm back, I take a breath. The thing that's so amazing is, the story and the experience that Tim had is that for 2, 3, 4 minutes, Tim was in this panic state, trying to get me back to life. And all the while, for what could have been 2, 3, 4 million years, I'd crossed the threshold of time and space into the dimension of eternity. And I had the most profound experience I could have ever imagined.